All right, Rangers, you're going to want to stick around for this one because we've got a stack of juicy updates and some of it might just knock you off your seat. From Ioannis Hagi tearing it up for Romania, leaving Philippe Clement in the dust, to John SUTAR's sensational heroics making waves in the Scottish press, we're talking big performances and big questions for Rangers. And that's not all. There's a new Academy wonder kid in town, tipped as our own answer to Lennon Miller. But here's where it gets even spicier. Steven Gerrard's rumored to be eyeing a Rangers comeback, and the plot thickens with Clement linked to the Belgium job. Plus, we've got Nils Koppen promoted as technical director to steer the ship. Are these changes exactly what we need to bring the glory back to Rangers, or are we in for more turmoil? Watch until the end to find out what's really happening behind the scenes at Rangers. Ioannis Hagi's put on a real show for the Romanians, hasn't he? A fine assist in that 4-1 win against Cyprus, playing the full 90. He's got the Romanian media swooning over him, giving him a 7 out of 10 and calling him integral to the squad. Meanwhile, our own Philippe Clement is taking a bit of a slap, at least from their side. They reckon Clement's been underplaying the lad, and it's not hard to see why they'd be miffed given Hagi's reputation over there. Pro Sport even went as far as to say Hagi's assist was nothing short of spectacular. Quite the jab, implying we're not using our own player to his potential. Then again, the lad's not had the smoothest time here, has he? Not just Clement's doing either. First, the season starts and Hagi's out because of a dispute over a wage clause, something that kept him benched for 2 months until he finally agreed to drop it. And just when he finally returns, up he pops with an assist, but then lands himself a red card. The timing couldn't have been worse for him to prove himself, really. Now, here's Derek Ferguson chiming in, calling out Rangers for mismanaging Hagi's talent and squandering those 2 months he was frozen out. So here's the question for you, Rangers fans. Are we wasting Hagi's talent by leaving him on the sidelines, or is he just not cut out for the team at this level? John SUTAR's practically turned himself into the Tartan Army's golden boy with that performance against Poland, hasn't he? Between his stunning assist for Robertson's winner and a goal line clearance that left the Scottish press raving, it's clear he's stepped up as a mainstay for Scotland, and that 9 out of 10 rating, well, that's not something you see tossed about lightly. Robertson himself, no less, had his own glowing words, calling SUTAR unbelievable and a class act through the Nations League, especially these past few games. He even pointed out how SUTAR didn't let his Scotland dream die after missing out on the Euros and all those injuries back when he was at Hearts and now at Rangers. It's like he's found a second wind, finally fit and delivering at top level for both Rangers and Scotland. Meanwhile, the likes of Michael Stewart and the Scottish press are all out here, basically putting SUTAR on a pedestal. Sensational, they're calling him, with one writer even saying he's making up for lost time. The guy's blocking shots, threading crosses, and dominating at the back in a way that's got even the neutrals raising eyebrows. And he's doing this in a Scotland side that's managed to hold on in the Nations League's top tier despite serious competition. So here's a question for you, Rangers fans. With SUTAR showing this kind of form for Scotland, do we reckon he's being underutilized at Rangers, or is he just hitting his stride now? The talk around young talent at Rangers is heating up, and it's about time, isn't it? The last major academy product to truly break into Rangers' first team was Alan Hutton, 16 years ago, mind you. Yes, Nathan Patterson had a good run, but never really managed to replace James Tavernier, did he? He did, however, earn a neat £16 million for the club when Everton came calling. Now, with the January transfer window looming, there's murmurs of Rangers going all in to secure Scotland's hottest young prospect, Lennon Miller, from Motherwell, but we've got to be sharp to fend off interest from Celtic. Motherwell knows what they've got, and a fee could be close to £4 million. Celtic have the upper hand on the European stage with Champions League access, so Clement will need to make a convincing pitch to bring Miller to Rangers, or we risk seeing another rising star slip through our fingers. But wait, could it be that our answer to Lennon Miller is right under our noses? Young Bailey Rice, who came over from Motherwell in 2022, seems to have a towering potential. Manchester City were sniffing about him too, but Rangers got him in the end. He's shown up with promise, captaining the Scotland U17s and making his senior debut last season, yet with no first-team minutes so far this season. His development might stall without a decent run of play. It's frustrating, isn't it? While Motherwell reaped the rewards of trusting Miller, who's delivered 7-goal contributions in top-flight matches this season alone, Rice has to wait his turn. We've seen young lads like Alex Lowry and Leon King make their mark, but will they ever get the minutes they need to make that leap? So here's one for you, Rangers faithful. Should Clement prioritise snapping up Lennon Miller to build a young Scottish core? Or is it time he starts banking on Bailey Rice and our own academy lads instead of scouring elsewhere? Well, it seems Steven Gerrard could be angling for a reunion at Rangers, and who would have seen this coming? With Philippe Clement's position looking a bit shaky thanks to some patchy results, Gerrard is apparently ready to swoop back in if things don't turn around. According to Mick Brown, who's still got an ear to the ground, Gerrard has fans in high places at Rangers, and the boardroom is allegedly keen on the idea. They remember the job he did for us, breaking Celtic's run and delivering that long-awaited 55th title. Now, let's not forget the state Gerrard himself is in at Al Ettifaq. By all accounts, he's had a tough go of it. Just 3 wins in 10 league matches, booing fans, and 2 of his staff already shown the door. The feeling is he might be heading for the sack himself, so this chance at Rangers could be more of a lifeline for him than it is for us. Paul Robinson and Keith Wines both reckon the club would lean towards a big name if they decide to part ways with Clement. And there's no denying Gerrard left Rangers with his stock high. Many fans would welcome him back, especially with the memory of Celtic crumbling in his rearview mirror. But it's a different Rangers he'd be coming back to, isn't it? Many of the players he knew have gone, the dynamics are different, and let's face it, our expectations are through the roof. Here's the kicker, though. Would bringing Gerrard back be a step forward or a step back? Could he genuinely reinvigorate us, or is this more about salvaging his own career than Rangers? So here's an interesting twist. Philippe Clement, under the spotlight at Rangers for a rather uninspiring start, is now being linked with the Belgium national job. Journalist Alison McConnell reckons that if Belgium does indeed come calling, it could actually be a win for Rangers. Odd, isn't it? Normally, having your manager poached mid-season would be a disaster, but here it's like the footballing gods might be handing us a way out. Clement's been talking a good game about patience and long-term projects, but let's face it, results haven't exactly convinced the fans. If things don't turn around soon, Rangers would have a tough decision on their hands, especially given we'd likely owe him a hefty payoff if we had to show him the door. But if Belgium steps in, well, they'd have to sort out the compensation fee, saving us a tidy sum and letting us sidestep the drama altogether. Of course, Domenico Tedesco is still in the Belgian hot seat for now, so it's just whispers at this stage. But you can bet this talk will crank up quickly if that job opens up. So, Rangers faithful, would Belgium nicking Clement be the best outcome here? Or should we stick by him and see if he can actually build something? So, Nils Koppen has officially stepped up as Rangers' new technical director, and it seems the club's got high hopes for the man. The Belgian arrived just last year as our director of football recruitment and has quickly made his mark, impressing everyone from the recruitment team to the boardroom. This promotion means Koppen now has his hands on nearly every football-related department at Rangers, from recruitment and the academy right down to medical, performance and analysis. Quite a big shift, isn't it? Koppen's got experience at PSV and a previous stint with Philippe Clement at Genk, so he's no stranger to ambitious setups. and he's made it clear he's here to win. His statement about challenging for trophies on every front is exactly what we want to hear. Rangers haven't had this overarching role since Ross Wilson left for Nottingham Forest, so Koppen's appointment feels like a step towards proper structure again. Interim chairman John Gilligan gave him a warm welcome, emphasizing Koppen's leadership and vision, which has apparently been a breath of fresh air around the place. With Clement's future up in the air and Rangers operating without a permanent chairman or CEO, Koppen's promotion couldn't come at a better time. His influence might just provide some much-needed stability, especially if we're going to be doing a bit of reshuffling in the months to come. But here's the big question, Rangers fans. Is this appointment a signal that the club's finally getting serious about long-term structure, or is it just another reshuffle that'll leave us in the same spot a year from now? Comment below what you think about the news. Don't forget to leave a like on the video to help me out. I post videos every day talking about our Rangers, so if you're not subscribed, you're missing out on the latest news. See you soon!